Hey man, gotta spend those hours.
Constitution save, both of you.
I'm pretty good.
Both of you make a Constitution save, DC 15.
Oh, you grab the same dice as me.
Tarin passed.
Okay.
No, Eldove passed.
Eldove passed. Bear with me 1 second. Why do I not have enough D8s?
That's just the way life is, man.
You call yourself a D&D player. Be ashamed.
Both take 18 damage.
Ooh.
Wow. With passing a con save?
With passing the save.
Is it something that evasion would work on?
You're not in the room. What do you care?
No, it's Constitution, not
con save,
Dexterity.
not
So what
dex,
actually
yeah.
happens?
What actually happens is you both feel cold for a moment, and breathing starts becoming difficult, and you both realize you're preoccupied doing solitaire and staving off exhaustion or whatever. You both realize that the room has gotten slightly darker, and before you could do anything, you look over at the door, and gray smoke is billowing in under the crack of the door and beginning to fill up the room. And you both are gagging on it.
Peace.
So you both get one action, then you're probably going to have to make the save again.
Stand up and open the door?
Move over to the door, go to turn the knob to open it up, and you can't. It's barred from the other side. Eldove, what do you do?
Eldove kicks the window open.
Opening the door is a move. I still have a standard, right?
What's that?
Opening a door would normally just be a non-action, so I'd still have my actual action.
What is your actual action?
Slice my sword so I have a peephole through the door.
You're going to try to carve through the door with your sword?
I got 19 strength. I just need enough of a crack to see out and cast Misty Step.
Wait, you're gonna leave me in this poison room?
I assume you have a way to take care of yourself.
You can probably see through the crack of the door. Well, no, because there's smoke coming from underneath. If you had an axe, that would be one thing. But a sword, I'm not sure you can... I don't know, make me a strength check.
It's a packed blade.
It's a +1 sword.
That means nothing. You're not going to have difficulty hitting the door.
Let's see. So strength, this would be +4. No.
Oh.
No?
That's
I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's a 6.
You try to hack a hole in the door, and you're getting a little bit frantic because you're having difficulty breathing. And
Do we that are in the other room hear that?
what's that?
Do we in the other room hear that thumping of him trying to hack the door open?
You do not. Not yet.
Okay.
And you beat your sword against the door a couple of times, trying to make a hole. And nothing. Eldove.
Eldove, it's a wooden door?
Yeah.
Eldove casts Acid Splash at the hinges.
At the hinges? I feel like we've been here before.
Hey man, that wasn't a wooden door. This is a wooden-ass door.
Okay. That's right, it was a sandstone door. You
Yep.
throw an acid splash at the hinge. Roll the damage for the acid splash.
Alright.
I wish I'd forced the door open after you did that.
Hey man, it's all happening simultaneously. Seven acid damage.
7 acid damage?
Well, are there 2 hinges?
There are. But I think that's probably enough. Actually, no, it's probably not enough.
Alright, I'm 14 acid damage. I can splash it. Acid splash.
My in-laws are coming to pick up the dog we're dog sitting for, so I'm going to be AOL for
AOL?
AOL.
AWOL.
America Online.
I'm going to be...
You're gonna be America Online.
I'm going to be
Alright, Steve Case.
LOL. I'm going to be
AFK.
TFL.
Anyway, Eldove, you throw the acid splash at the door. And you damage the hinges in the wood considerably, but you don't break through it. But you've done a
Eldove does it again.
considerable amount of damage. You're twinning it?
I'm not. I can't twin Acid Splash, but I
But
can.
you can, yeah.
I can cast it fast so that I can cast another cantrip in the same turn.
Wait, how are you doing that?
If you,
It's quicken spell.
yeah, when
Gotcha,
you quicken
okay.
spell,
Yeah,
you
meta
can
magic,
also
gotcha.
cast another cantrip.
Sure.
8 more.
8 more damage. And at that, it eats all the way through the top hinge. And the door lurches forward a bit. Most of the wood in that area has burned through. And you have a clear view out in the hallway now.
Do I see anything out in the hallway?
You see somebody has wedged a chair up under the door so it can't be opened. And you
Can I
both need,
still
both need to make
Oh.
Misty Step is a bonus action, yes?
Yeah, so I still had that sitting around if we're acting kind of simultaneously, but I don't know
Yeah,
how
you can Misty Step out right now if you want.
Yeah. And
And-
I'll start yelling at the top of my lungs, they're here. Poison smoke.
Tarin blinks out of the door and into the hallway. And when you do that, you see someone has laid what looks to be a large red sack on the floor in front of your door. And the opening of the sack has been slid underneath the crack of the door. Eldove,
What is
Hey.
the sack, dude?
a Constitution save.
I'm out of actions.
That's a nat 20.
And that 20. Okay.
Saves for days.
Do they hear when I start yelling?
They will, but don't get an action just yet.
Okay.
Can only do one thing at a time, for God's
Oh,
sakes.
I mean, good
Eldove.
assassins would use silence.
You take 18 points of damage, choking on this black smoke filling the room.
On the poo gas.
You guys in the
Eldove is
adjacent
bloodied.
rooms. You hear the pounding, and then a few seconds later, you hear Tarin yell out, "They're here! They're here!"
Stand up, draw my sword, step out into the frickin' hallway.
Me
And-
too.
You step out in the hallway, and you see what I just described to Tarin. Tarin's standing in the door. He's like breathing heavily, like coughing up, and you see this red sack is slid underneath the door, and somebody has a chair wedged at their
Knock the
door.
bloody door down.
Eldove, I need an action right now.
Wait, Tarin doesn't get to take an action before me?
What's that?
Tarin's turn came before mine.
Well, we're not really on an initiative. We're not on a turn order. I'm interested in your action, so I know what kind of
Well,
position you're in next.
I'm hoping he's going to knock the door down on his turn so I can get out the fucking room.
Okay.
My plan was actually to try and pinch close the sack, so it wouldn't be able to spew smoke into the room.
Just not.
How do you do this?
Stand on it and put my boots like center to center, so I'm kind of. You can't see what I'm doing with my
Like,
hands right here.
do you step on it? Do you jump and land on it? Do you lay
how
down
big
on
is
top
it?
of it? Relatively big. It looks about the size of the sack that you just loaded up a dead person's body parts earlier today.
Okay, well that won't work then. Yeah, let's go ahead and force down the rest of the door.
I mean, the door's not. It's got a chair barring in front of it. Someone's wedged this chair. All you have to do is move the
I'll
chair.
just kick the chair,
You kick the chair. It clatters to the ground.
and then I'll pull the door off its hinges because why not?
I mean, that's not even a check. You just grab the handle and open it up, and I mean, the door kind of creaks open. And looking into the room, you see this black smoke has engulfed most of the room, and it's just this
Eldove
bag
leaves
is
the
belching
fucking
it out, and it's starting to come out into the hallway. So everybody in the hallway needs to make a Constitution check.
Really?
I'm still in my
What was this
room.
bag doing?
Zook is still in your room, yes.
Because I haven't had an action to move out into the hallway yet.
You can if you want.
Yeah, I'm still in my bed, I'm pretty sure.
We're not on an initiative order, so if you want to do something, just say it.
Oh, okay.
What
Yeah, I'll,
was the DC on that?
DC is 15.
I
Nope.
made the 15.
Someone with some sort of wind-based magic might come in helpful here.
Yeah. Imagine that.
What's DC on it?
15.
I just barely failed.
If you fail... So, Eldove, you came out of the room, yes?
Eldove bolted out of there, and if there's
Okay.
still smoke coming into the hallway, he's going to keep on running.
Okay, running to where?
Downstairs.
Downstairs. So Eldove
Yeah.
runs downstairs.
I'm gonna follow Eldove because I was still in the room and I don't want to get smoked.
I think Zook's gonna actually go out the window. I'm not
Okay.
even
No,
kidding.
that's not a bad fucking idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
real quick, before any of that happens, If you failed that save, 35 damage.
Jesus fucking balls!
If you passed the save, 17 damage.
Yeah, I'm definitely going out the window. I hear all this choking in the hallway, and I'm like, fuck that! And I'm going right out the window and climbing down.
So Tarin's next action will be picking up the sack and attempting to tie it closed with a piece of rope from his gear.
Okay.
And then throwing it into the room that he was in with Eldove.
Okay.
And then my bonus action will be Misty Step as far away from this thing as I can.
I mean, you have to go down
So
the stairs.
hopefully not in the gas anymore.
So,
and yelling at to everyone to get out of the inn.
a strength check, please. Just
You know,
straight
while
up
I'm running
strength
up the
check.
stairs, I'll eat a healing
That
potion
would be
as
a
well.
1.
Oh, it was a 1, okay.
Well,
Damn.
6,
You
but I
kneel
rolled
down, coughing, and you get your hands around the sack and draw it closed, but it seems like the smoke is leaving the bag with a great force, and you can't get a tight seal around it. And as you narrow the hole that the smoke is exiting up, it's starting to kind of force itself around, like it has propulsion. So, I mean, you try to get it closed, but you can't.
Balloon, huh?
It's kind of, yeah, like a balloon where all the air is exiting. And the bag is almost empty at this point.
Yeah, Tarin's gonna Misty Step as far away from this thing as possible after that.
Is the shutter to their room still closed? Sorry.
Where can you Misty Step to? Because right now you're standing in the hallway outside the door.
How far down the stairs can I see?
You can see the stairs, but because the stairs... I wish I could show you this map, but I don't have a way to do that right now. The stairs come up onto the second floor, but you have to be standing at the top of the stairs to see down into the room below. So you can Misty Step to the stairs, but that doesn't get you out of the fog.
Can I use my movement to get to these stairs and then Misty Step the rest of the way?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Zook's gonna scamper over to their window and, while holding his breath, just pull it open so that hopefully the smoke will start escaping.
Okay.
Let me cast Gust of Wind.
Arik is casting Gust of Wind.
The gust disperses gas or vapor and extinguishes
Sounds like
candles,
someone
torches,
sneezing over there.
and similar unprotected flames in the area.
Okay. Somebody's dying in the background.
Jesus.
So-
it's weird.
Where are you directing the smoke to? Like, do you have a window to blow it out of, or...
It just says the gust disperses gas.
You're not in an open location, though. You're in a narrow hallway. So there's nowhere for it to disperse to. You'd have to blow it somewhere.
Hold
The
out the
window's
window.
not open?
I just
Zook's,
window open?
Zook's window is open, but was his door opened?
No, I said I was gonna. I just said I was gonna. Once I got outside, I was gonna open up their window. I was gonna climb up and do that.
All right. So yeah, I mean, Orphan went downstairs, which means their door is open, and then Zook. So you can direct it out through Zook's window. You have a path to disperse
I will
it to
do
now.
that.
And how long does that process take? Does it say?
Casting time, 1 action. Concentration for a minute. Slender strong wind 60 feet and 10 feet wide.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. So you cast the spell. What did Tarin do with the bag? Drop it?
Yeah, if he couldn't pick it up, it's gonna just fall.
The bag at this point is starting to sputter out, and no more smoke is coming out of it. And you cast the spell and direct it into Zook's room, and it starts leaving out of the window, and the air inside the hallway does clear.
Khalil will start running down the stairs and just going past whoever happens to be in his way. Tarin, it doesn't matter. He's going outside. He's looking for somebody to stick.
And Zook's doing the same thing since he came outside first. He's looking too.
And when you dash outside, I mean, the guards that are stationed at the inn see you, and they yell out, "Halt!" What's going on?
Somebody just tried to poison us in our rooms.
Guards exchange glances and head inside to the inn.
You don't see the plume of smoke that's coming out
I'll
the
be back in a
window right
little
now?
Let me see. They would not, actually, because it's coming out the other side of the building.
Okay.
Destil,
Well,
do you detect any magic?
I detect myself coughing and reeling and retching.
There's no time for retching right now, man. Detect magic.
Who's downstairs in the inn right now? Orphan and...
Tarin is.
Tarin? So you guys see the guards
Eldove.
run inside. They look around at you guys, and they see you guys coughing and retching, and they ask, "What happened? What's going on?"
Don't go upstairs. There's poison.
Do they see the Tempest Priest at the top commanding wind to blow out the smoke?
No, because they're downstairs right now.
Oh, right, that's a thing.
They hear it.
One of the
Are you
guards
like,
says the
"Be
patrons
gone,
are upstairs. And he turns and he starts dashing upstairs. And when he gets up there, he sees Arik directing all the smoke out of the inn. And he looks at you. He looks around. What happened here? What's going on? They said you were poisoned. He looks down at the bag on the floor, which at this point has been deflated.
Of course it is. Of course it's deflated. I love how that just magically works out.
That thing was going for like 5 rounds. It's empty now.
I point to the bag on the floor. I say, that was poisoning us. It's empty now.
Guard swoops down, and it's a nice looking bag. It's like a red velvet bag. It's not like just a gunny sack. He scoops it up in his hand. He looks at you and says, "Do you know who might have done this?"
That's my reaction. I just sort of click my tongue and sigh.
Why do we only go to shit towns?
Well, we'll go to the Flumph town next, and it'll be great.
Oh, the Flumph town will be like, taken over by mind flayers or something.
That's a good idea. Let me write that down.
It'll be great when we're done with it.
So Arik just sighs dejectedly.
Yes.
The guard turns and goes back downstairs. So those of you down in the common room, the guard comes back down holding this red sack in his hand, and he tells the other guard what happened. So I'm going to take this back up to the keep. Have Armax examine it. She may be able to
Hold
trace
on.
its origins.
Let me
I'm
take
sure
a look.
you will.
And I'm gonna
I
detect
shout
magic.
from upstairs.
Oh, the bag is very magic. Very much magic.
Actually, we have someone who can handle that, and I'm gonna push Eldove forward a little bit.
Eldove says, "Yeah, I'll take a look at it."
The guard
He
nods
reaches
and
for the
says,
bag.
well, he's not giving you the bag. When you reach for it, he holds it. And this is evidence. We're taking it up to the keep. You're welcome to come if you like. Because I know that
whoever just
you're
did
friendly
that
with
is trying
Armax.
to kill us. So as much as this might be evidence, at this point, I want to make sure that no one else deals with it. So why don't we put it on the table right now, and we'll identify it right here. And I'm going to do a persuasion.
Okay. Roll it at disadvantage.
Well, it doesn't. I'm rolling like shit tonight.
Good job.
You and me both, buddy.
That's a 12.
12?
Yeah.
One guard, the one holding the bag, Eldove reaches for the bag, and he's holding it in his left hand. He pulls it away, and with his right hand, he makes a motion for his sword. The other guard reaches out and grabs his arm, shakes his head. So there'll be no need for any of that. He turns back to the group. Says, I understand, tensions are very high right now.
You think?
It may be best if all of you come up to the keep. We'll sit down with Armax, we'll explain what happened.
I'm going to say, are you sure that we'll be allowed? We tried to bring something to your attention earlier, and we were turned away. We were told the Lady Mayor is riding.
And the guards exchange glances again. One looks back. It's true that the Lady Mayor is traveling right now. She's on a hunting expedition in the woods. We expect her back in a number of days, and she did leave word that no visitors were to come to the keep. But there's strong evidence of a crime here now. There was an attempt on your lives.
Tarin
Again.
is immediately going to mind link to Eldove. Oh, that sounds good.
Attempt on our lives again. That
guard
seems to
asks.
be
So
happening a
she's
lot.
by herself out in a place that's conveniently isolated.
The guard
Eldove
asks
responds.
Arik what he meant by that.
Nothing. Nothing
Eldove
at all.
responds to the statement that
Becomes
the
storming
Lady
down
Mayor
the
is on
stairs.
her own isolated. And we know someone's helping the assassins in the castle. For all we know, she's the safest one of any of us.
True, but if they wanted to make an attempt on her, that'd be a perfect place. Give us a moment. We're all going to get together. I'm not letting that thing out of my eyes. And Arik,
I'm gonna go with
if you could maybe hit us up with a prayer of healing or something, that smoke almost killed me.
I think we should all go, personally. I've met with
that's what
Armax
I'm
before,
saying.
and she's very trustworthy.
Sure
Yeah, that's what
thing.
I'm saying. Everyone should be. But I'm not letting the bag out of my sight.
Okay, and the guards agree to sit down while you all compose yourselves. But he does not hand the bag over. He's keeping a very...
Jesus, are you kidding me?
That's a great roll. That's a great roll right there, man.
That is a good roll. That is a good roll.
How many times can you cast that sucker? So what do we heal?
9 hit points.
9?
For everybody.
Let me ask this, Arik. Did you remember to prepare Speak with Dead?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
Well, I mean, we have. He's gonna stay dead. We're not gonna. Can you cast it again? Because I'm pretty hurt.
Do you have hit points?
I'm at 46 out of 65.
I'm at 37 out of 63.
Don't mind me, I just need to roll 3d20s real quick.
Sure, I will cast again.
Thank you.
For I am a healer, and I can
Wow.
heal.
You are Yelor.
Pick up.
You all instantly die.
I am Yelor.
Please insert injury.
10, 17. That's another
17? Okay.
And all of that spell slot is gone. Sweet.
All right, I'm on my feet again.
I'm
Okay.
at 63. I'm
That actually
good
puts
now.
me back up to full.
So,
Yeah.
is the entire group going with the guards up to the keep?
That sounds like an
Yeah.
excellent
I think
idea.
Yeah.
Somebody left with Khalil. Who left with Khalil? He ran
Zook
it.
and
Left.
Yeah, did Zook run out with him? I remember somebody running out
Zook-
in with him.
well, I went back in when
Okay, that's
when
fine.
the guard stopped me.
Cool.
Zook went out the window, right?
Where did Zook
Oh,
go?
Because McClain's with the dog. So.
Zook
is-
went out the window and opened up the window to my room. McClain is currently not here.
Oh, okay. Is the whole group going with the guards up to the keep?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you're walking down the road, the whole group of you, at this intersection here, you see
Okay.
Swent running towards the inn from this intersection here, and he sees the whole lot of you standing in the
Shit.
road, and he looks like his eyes get really wide, and he runs towards you and says, "Captain, we have a problem."
Again?
And the guards are...
Dragon powder a second time.
We're out of bananas. I don't know what this is.
Oh,
I'll
this
ask
is
him over
probably
the
that
mind link.
assassin escaping from the from our brig.
I'll ask him over the mind link what's going on.
He tells you we've caught somebody sneaking aboard a ship.
Ooh.
Oh. That's going in our favor. Ooh.
Are they in the brig? Did you secure them?
He says, "We did, but not before he shot Balin with his crossbow.
Motherfucker!
He's in a
Wait, which one's
he's in a
Balin?
bad way. Balin is your first mate."
I
Is
actually
Balin
like him.
alive?
He says he was when I left.
Arik, you're with me. The
So
rest
we
of you
have-
go to the keep.
we have
Do not
Hespu
let
and
that
Ben-
bag
we-
out of your sight.
So we have Hespu and Benipe watching over the prisoner right now. But
You got it, Captain.
so everybody move where you're going.
Wait, if there's a prisoner, I think if anyone should come, it should be me, not Arik.
Well,
You
Eric, I
have
think he's
magical
asking
but-
Eric.
healing.
Yeah.
I'm here for the healing.
Well, Eldove wants Balin to die, so
Oh yeah, well I don't care about Balin.
he's good aligned.
Eldove, do not let that bag out of your sight.
What's so like? What do we care about the bag? He's
Trust
gonna look
me,
at the
just
bag and be
don't
like,
do
"It's
it."
poison." It's like, "Oh shit, it's poison." Thanks.
The guards will probably be as unhelpful as humanly
Guys,
possible.
I
Like
think-
everything else in this town.
Guys, what?
I think Eldove's salty. PJ Eldove.
His sister is dead.
So
I
what?
gotta use the head again. I'll be right back, everyone.
She didn't even have a name. All right, so going to the ship is Arik, Tarin.
Which way should I go? I missed the last few minutes.
I can't believe you would say that, Brick Road. She had a lovely name. Her name was.
Sylphus.
Her name was
Vilsis.
Vilsis.
Zook, here's what happened. The guards are going with the party up to the keep to speak with the magician at the keep about this magic bag full of choking smoke. While you guys were out walking up that way, Swent came running up to inform you that somebody tried to sneak aboard the ship, shot Balin with a crossbow, but then he's been detained. Hespu and Benipe have him detained on the ship.
And then right now it's just Eldove and Khalil going up to the keep.
Right now, Arik and Tarin are going back to the boat. Everybody else is going up to the keep.
All right, I'll go with the keep group because they've got Marines at the boat, so hopefully they can take care of themselves with just the two of them. if shit goes down.
Okay, you guys arrive back at the boat, and Balin's wound does not look terribly deep, but the bolt that he was shot with was clearly poisoned, and he's in a bad way.
Cure wounds.
Actually, don't you mean your poison removal spell?
Yeah. I can
No,
do that too.
his wound is not grievous, but he's been poisoned.
All right. Oh Jesus! Fuck.
Did you forget it to learn?
No,
Dead?
I gotta blow it as a fucking level 3 spell.
Oh, jeez.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm cured. Goddamn poison.
All right, you bomb the poison, and it's clearly taken a number on his constitution. Like, he has taken a lot of damage from this poison. But Arvin insists he can give him some medicine. We'll make sure that he gets rest now that it looks like he's going to
Stabilize.
recover.
Arvin, tomorrow, and I'll give him like 25 gold. Go to the alchemist, stock up on antitoxin.
He nods. He says, "Will do, Captain."
Why couldn't it have been Arvin that got shot?
I know, right?
Sweat leads you down below deck, where Hespu and... So let me just, in my mind's eye here, Ka is in the brig.
Along with the assassin.
The assassin's in the brig too, and you had him like restrained so he couldn't...
Yep.
Okay. They take you down below deck, into the storeroom, where Hespu and Benipe have their weapons drawn, and you see, stooped down on the ground, sitting there, and he's got a big gash going from his shoulder to the center of his chest, where Hespu has clocked him with his kopesh, is Lothar, the groundskeeper from the church.
Ooh.
And when he sees you guys walk down the stairs, he just looks up at you, and he just chuckles to himself. He says, "That was very crafty, Captain. Very crafty indeed. Who was it who told you about Glammy? Who ratted him out?"
I'm just gonna draw my sword and stand over him. Everyone's still alive, so I'm not sure what you're so funny. What you're
What are you
finding
talking
so
about,
funny.
chuckle fuck?
The chuckle fuck.
Ooh, double fuck. Ooh.
Our priest is having a bad fucking day.
Everyone's having a bad fucking day.
Lothar looks up at Arik. "I heard you gave a stirring sermon this morning, brother. Would have loved to have been there to hear it."
Well, maybe put a crossbow bolt through my neck? Yeah, sure.
Have you searched him, Hespu? What's he got on him?
Hespu shakes his head, and he motions down to a crossbow they've got sitting on one of the crates in the storage room. This is just that.
No other equipment?
Well, let me see
No
how many
poison.
friggin' magic items this guy has. 'Cause this is
How many hats is he wearing?
Yeah, how many hats does he wear?
just like
The
7 hats. He's
assassination
fine.
was very entertaining.
I love this first edition module. It's pretty great.
They've disarmed him of a broadsword and his crossbow, and that's it. That's all he had on him.
Okay.
This wasn't even carrying so much as a belt pouch. Lothar looks back up at you, like expectantly.
Fred!
Oh, Fred is...
Awake!
Hespu says, "Fred's been sleeping all day."
Hey, go wake him up for me, Benepe. Bring him down here.
Benipe heads upstairs, and as he moves, Lothar points at him and says, "You should fire that one. He didn't so much as land a blow." Benipe stops and swings back around. He's holding his spear. "Captain, let me run him through right now."
Yes.
Maybe we're done with him. Give me 10 minutes.
He nods and turns back around and heads upstairs. Lothar looks up at you and says, "So, what's it to be? Burned alive, drawn and quarter, hang me from the mainmast?"
Well,
Eldove's not paying, so that
Pirates.
first one isn't likely.
here's the thing, Lothar. My fellow buddies on this ship, they really like the idea of inflicting damage on you, and then getting me to heal you, and then inflict more wounds on you. I don't think that's such a great idea. But you know what?
Lothar
I've been
interjects and says, "Why not? It's what I'd do."
Well, let me just say, I'm kind of having a bad day, so I'm thinking about it, okay? And
It's up to you to make me have a good day.
I'll roll intimidation, even though I suck.
Okay, you can.
I'm gonna do innate another on that.
Okay,
I'm
roll
just gonna kind of menacingly hold my sword out and be like,
Oh, what's up? What's up?
Did you get
What's
a nat
up?
20?
Nat
Yes,
20.
I
That is a nat
did.
20.
This is the night of the
So wait, hold on. What was the total on the intimidate?
I
21.
help. I add 2 to that.
23.
Well, the help actually lets him roll it at advantage.
Oh, okay.
But he
he's got
already
20
nat
anyway.
20,
Which he didn't
so...
do. So what was the total? 23?
23.
He is not intimidated.
Really? I'm a fucking Tempest Priest. I can fucking command thunder on his ass if I really wanted to.
I think
not
you
scared
may
of
need
me?
to.
He
He's
might
not-
need to.
He looks up and see what you're trying to do, brother. And he says the word brother like with just bile in his throat. Brother! What you don't understand is I'm already a dead man. Doesn't matter what you
Brother.
do. The guild will already kill me. And they'll do it in a much worse way than anything you could dream up. It's like, how many people have you tortured? Looking over at the captain.
Actually,
How long have you drawn it out?
Really uneasy shrug.
2 or 3 by this point.
Define torture.
And
Zook's
he's
not
just
there.
gonna kind of lean down and he's gonna put his hand on his shoulders, being like, "I'm sure you'll have a good night's sleep."
At this, Benipe brings
No.
Fred down the stairs. Fred comes down wearing his pajamas and his pointy nightcap. And he comes down like very sleepily. And he
Morning,
sees
Fred.
Lothar laying on the ground, and he's still bleeding out from this Kopesh wound. Hespu got him pretty good. Fred looks down.
He's stabilized though, right?
Oh yeah, he's not making death
Okay,
saves.
okay.
He's conscious.
Okay.
He's got hit points. Fred says, "Oh, you found him. Where was he?"
Trying to get on the ship.
At that, Hespu just laughs.
God bless Fred.
Fred, could we get a zone of truth, please?
Fred claps his hands together and shakes. It's coming right up, Captain. And he erects the zone of truth.
Does he have to play a song to cast it in approve?
He does, actually. Well, he has
Fred
to
can
sing a
lie.
little tune. Okay. Fred can lie.
What about
Now-
Lothar?
So, now, when you asked for a zone of truth, did you ask over the mind link?
No. He's an assassin. He probably knows enough about this to...
Lothar just kind of laughs as you do it. He says, "Go ahead, ask me whatever you want."
I'll look at Fred and I'll ask over the mind, did it take?
Fred glances at you and says, "I'm not sure, Captain." Says, "I don't think so."
I'll relay that to Arik and ask him if he wants to try and act a bit like we think it is affecting him.
And Lothar continues to chuckle. He motions to Hespu's Kopesh. He says, "Go ahead. Have him slice my belly open. Attach my intestines to the winch. Drag them out and light them on fire.
Days like
See
today,
if you
I
get
realize
anything
the
out of
ancient
me.
old ones gave me silence. Alright, let's get started here. Why were you on board my ship?
He says, "I was told if I didn't come aboard the ship and assassinate the captain here, the guild would kill me. So I was told that you'd already found me out. I was as good as dead either way." And so he's continuing to chuckle all through this. He says, "That's the joke of it, isn't it? They gave me a choice, a quick death or a drawn-out one. And I took the coward's way out. So yes, I snuck aboard your ship. I found your
How
lovely
the
woman,
hell
too."
Were you an assassin when you have so much of an attitude for theatrics? How could you not just brag to everyone at the church every day you came back from killing someone?
Damn.
Just
I
call
thought we
this dude
weren't gonna
out.
burn him alive.
Says, "I found your woman too, Captain. Asleep in your bed. Underneath the shuttered and locked window." He's got this very dastardly smile on his face.
Oh fuck!
I'm gonna
Oh
shoot.
fuck!
I shoot a glance at Tarin.
Tarin will go to his room quickly.
Okay. Open the door, and Fila is laying in your bed, sleeping peacefully.
Oh.
Stuck in the headboard of the bed is a dagger, and you see the shutters of the window are open.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything distinct about the dagger?
It doesn't look like a weapon. It looks more like a ceremonial thing. It has a jagged, serrated blade. And the metal doesn't look like iron. But other than that, you can't really tell.
Detect magic?
It is magical.
Sweet, free weapon.
I am going to put my hand on Fila's shoulder and very quietly, like, wake her up while holding my finger up, showing, like, shh, don't say anything.
And she wakes up, and she sees you, and she sees the dagger, and she looks very scared.
And I'm going to motion for her to get out of the room, and I'm going to tell her over the mind link, do not make a sound if you can help it.
And she nods, and she gathers the sheets around her, and walks out of the room. Very silently.
Alright, and I'm going to tell everyone to clear out of the immediate area. I am going to walk
How do you
back.
do that?
Oh, I'm going to leave.
Okay.
Once she's out of the room, I'll tell her over the mind link, get everyone away from this room.
Well, there's nobody else around the room. Unless
Anyone on deck, okay. And then I'll tell her, get under deck. Get everyone below deck.
She goes downstairs into the mess.
And then I'm going to mage hand, stand 30 feet back, and pull the dagger out of the headboard.
Your mage hand pulls the dagger out of the headboard and is now holding it.
And I am going to, how did I set off the rune last time? Can I tell if there's more than one magical aura? Are there any potential spells on the dagger in addition to... Is it the dagger itself, or is there a spell on it?
The dagger itself is magical.
Okay.
As far as the exploding runes, you would have seen those with detect magic. And you didn't see them.
Well, then I'll, not without touching it, I'll have the mage hand sheath the dagger. I'll pull out one of my own daggers from my sheaths and replace it.
So you put your own dagger in the sheath?
I have, a couple of daggers on me. I'll take one of them out of its sheath and use the mage hand to put the dagger into that sheath.
The dagger you pulled from the headboard does not fit cleanly into the sheath.
Oh, okay.
It has think of like a lightning bolt shape to it.
Huh.
So it's not going to slide cleanly into the sheath.
Oh, that dagger's Harry Potter.
Alright, well, I will, I'll bring it, I will still, using mage hand, not to touch it, I'll bring it down to the treasure room and lock it in there for now.
Okay.
So I can get Eldove.
What's happening below deck with Lothar while he's just sitting there chuckling and bleeding out?
Punching him repeatedly.
Tarin's not back yet.
Lothar is sitting there while Arik is standing over him. Arik and Fred and Hespu and Benipe is standing on the stairs. He says, "Hey, priest.
Well,
would you like to hear a joke?"
Sure thing, Chuckles.
He says, "Once upon a time, there was an assassin's guild. The most clever and talented assassin Tetlateus has ever seen. He says, so clever was he that he murdered the king in his sleep and got away clean." He says, here's the punchline. A week later, he went after the queen.
That's more of a riddle than a joke.
No. Hey, no.
It's actually more of just a statement.
When was the king murdered?
The king was murdered last Sunday. Right now it's
and
Friday
it's
night.
It is Friday.
Friday now.
Holy shit.
What did you just say, Chucklefuck?
And we only know of one person who is out of the castle for the next few days.
Yeah.
And Lothar shrugs as I admit I was never much of a comedian.
Well, I'm laughing.
I just had the Miles Edgeworth logic thing lock up there. Oh, yep, that's it right there.
I sort of look at Fred and who else is there? Benipe and...
Fred is here. Benipe is standing up on the stairs. Hespu is standing with his Kopesh
Hespu.
drawn over the assassin.
Yeah, I look at Hespu like... You just said what I think he said, right?
Hespu nods. Says, I think so. What's Tarin doing up on deck?
At this point, he'll come back down after he's locked the dagger in the treasure room.
Tarin comes back down, and when Lothar sees you coming down the stairs... Well, I mean, you have to walk through the mess first, and Fila and some of the other soldiers are sitting in the mess.
Yeah.
So you go walk down past them into the storeroom. When Lothar sees you coming down the stairs, he glances up. Says, Captain, promised me safety. He's promised me security from this guild and the other authorities. He's promised me everything I'll ask for.
Or
And he looks back at the priest. Says, yeah, or what?
you're not very good
But-
at negotiating
but
either.
why?
I mean, I really don't understand what his skill set is. I guess it's just incompetently getting onto ships, and I'm kind of looking at
Hespu and Benipe and Fred, they look very ghost-faced. Like, they look like something very serious was said while you were away.
She's not
He
our
said-
fucking queen. What the fuck does Fred care?
He said the queen is next. I say out loud to Tom.
So what you're proposing here is your life in exchange for the queen's, and that I will be instrumental in protecting your life. Is that correct?
Lothar says, like I said, I'm already a dead man. They'll get me, even if I escape from here. Tomorrow, a week from now, a year.
But why? Why are they killing the king and the queen?
You'll have to ask the guildmaster. That's what
Tarin's
you
gonna
really
walk-
want to know, isn't it? Who's in charge?
Yeah.
Tarin's gonna walk over to him, lean down over him because he's on the floor, right? He's not standing, and just say, "I don't think you get quite how bad I've been at protecting people."
To that, Lothar kind of rolls his eyes and he responds, I don't quite think you get what I'm asking for. Do you have your packed weapon?
Yeah, it's sheathed.
He looks at it. Says, your sword there. He says, I want you to
I'll
cut my
drop.
throat with it. Make it quick and painless. And when I'm dead, I'll tell you what you want to know.
This guy is
Oh.
very eager to die.
He's really
Oh,
bad
look
at
at Arik.
negotiating.
I'll look at Eric. You can do that, right?
What?
You can do that.
Do what? Sorry, I
Talk with him after.
Lothar says, oh yes, he can do it. He says, I'm quite aware of what the Priest of Osprims can do with magic, as far as communicating with dead men. He says, Captain, you can't save my life, nor should you after what I've done. But you can make it fast. See that I don't suffer. Send an old man on to the afterlife.
Oh, Khalil. I'm so glad Khalil's not there.
Tarin
I'm
is
not-
gonna over the mind link ask Eric, is it just me or is this guy really pushing my buttons? Did he get into my head that well? You literally cannot read my thoughts.
he seems a little too eager to die. I think we should deny him what he wants. What? Who? Huh?
Nothing.
And I'm just gonna say we
Osprey,
can always
is that
kill
you?
you. We can always kill you in the morning. Lock him up.
Lothar chuckles and says, very well.
Keep it guarded. Everyone. I want all the Marines except anyone who's not. Anyone who's currently asleep. Everyone
You
who's
only
awake, I
have
want
only
guard.
have 2 Marines.
I have
Both right in
4.
the room with you.
I have 4 because I also have the first mate and.
Well, yeah,
Swint.
Swent, but Swent's out of commission because
Yeah.
he has poisoned, and he's like at 2 hit points.
Yeah.
Or no, Balin is the one who got poisoned. Swent's
Yeah, yeah.
fine.
I healed his poison. He's fine.
Walk it off.
As you
Alright,
turn to
well-
leave, Lothar says, wait.
Are they going to send someone for you before morning? Because maybe I'll just capture them, given how effective you guys have been at breaking onto my ship, and they'll be more cooperative.
He says, if you will deny me an easy death,
Like I said, I can kill you in the morning if I want to.
perhaps you will grant me revenge. So you want to bring down this Assassin's Guild, yes?
Yes.
You know the identity of the spy in the inn?
Yes.
Bring him here, I'll make him sing.
I'll look at Tarin. Alright, I'll look at Eric. What do you think? Maybe. Lock him up.
I'm pretty sure he means
The mage with the gimp arm, yeah.
Gimpy.
With the gimp arm. Gimpy the mage.
Alright. I was looking for his name, I couldn't find it. I need to take more notes.
Sparkle or some shit like that.
No, it's
Glammy.
I have
Glammy,
my
that's
notes.
right.
Glammy.
Alright.
Gem.
Sparkle
Let's
was
go
pretty
get
close though.
It was.
Yeah, I know, right?
Outrageous.
Are there
Truly,
any
truly,
are there
truly
any
outrageous.
soldiers or anything near the ship, or is the boatyard basically
There's a patrol
Okay,
that
what
comes by a couple times through the night,
okay?
but they're not walking by right now.
I'm going to tell one of the sailors that the next time the patrol comes by, have them send a runner to the keep and inform them that we'll be joining them within the hour. And I'm going to take a short rest.
Okay. So what is done with Lothar? Is he bound up somehow? And if so,
Uh,
where? The brig is
gonna be
getting
in the
kind of
brig.
full.
He's bound up with the brig next to his
Yeah,
other
there's
assassin
enough room
buddy.
for 3 people comfortably if there's enough room for 12 uncomfortably.
Yeah, I was about to
Okay.
say.
So,
And
I'm
he's bound
super
up with
worried
his-
about their comfort. How does our scribe feel about all this?
go to the brig. You open the door. The assassin that you brought in is dead. And his chest is covered in blood. And Ka is sitting on the cot. And he's holding a fork in his hand. He
Holy
looks
shit.
up and sees you as you came in. So, son of a bitch came at me. So I had to defend myself.
Arik, take him into the zone of truth.
Okay. No, I don't have that spell learned. I can't.
There's still one running back here.
Oh, okay.
And the two of us
Sure.
grab him and,
And-
bring him into the zone of truth, and I look to Fred, is it working?
Fred is very, very confused and looks at his motions to Ka and says, I don't know. I don't think so.
Just tell me what happened again.
Ka looks at you and
Ka.
says, I told you, the son of a bitch came at me, so I stabbed him. What would you have me do? Lock me up in there. I thought I was working for you. I thought I was doing you a service. We had a
You
deal.
are. How did he get out of his manacles? Is he
He's
still
not.
chained?
He is manacled with his hands behind his back, just how you left him.
So he came at you, and instead of leaning a few inches to the left so he couldn't reach you, you stabbed him.
And he looks at Lothar. So I'll stab that one too. And Lothar... Where do you guys have Lothar? Did you leave him back in the brig?
I'm assuming at this point one of the 2 Marines is holding him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Hespu's got his arm locked and got his Kopesh around the front of him in case he makes any sudden movements.
What I would give for an interdimensional prison right now.
He needs a portable hole
What
to
would
drop
you
the
give
prisoners into.
for an evil alignment right now?
Yeah, really.
Ka looks back at you and says, don't put that one in with me or he won't live to see the morning.
Jesus Christ.
He and Lothar start getting into it. Oh, is that a promise? Yeah, that's a promise. Blah, blah, blah. They go back and forth. Ka starts talking about how he serves a death god and whatnot, and Lothar's like, ooh, I'm all impressed, pussy.
Girly man.
Yeah, lock these guys up together. That'll be fun.
Fuck it. Alright. I want the assassin manacled to the mast in the lower deck and with Marines on him at all times. Ka, lock him back up in there, pull the body out, bring it onto the deck. Arik, you're doing last rites, and then you're speaking with dead, and then I'm taking a goddamn rest.
The captain has spoken. Arik, you're up. Everything the captain said starts to happen.
Alright, Captain. Whatever you say.
And
I
Tarin is
start
just
doing
rubbing his
last
hand
rites on the
along
dead-
his temple
the
at
dead
this
body.
point.
So are you going to speak with Dead?
Nope.
No?
Unless my captain orders me to. Because
Well,
he
yeah.
just said last rites.
No, he said speak with Dad.
Yeah.
Did
And then
he?
you're going to speak with Dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'm totally doing that.
Alright, so we're on the deck, and you did the last rites.
Okay. Is there any material component to that spell, or is...
I'm looking it up right now.
Let's see. I'm gonna speak with the dead. Speak with the dead. Speaking with the dead. Burning incense.
Okay, so yeah, you're fine. So, What do you want to learn? What's the duration on the spell? How long do you have?
10 minutes.
Okay, that's long
10
enough
minutes
for a conversation.
And 5 questions.
Five
Five
questions.
questions?
Yep.
All right.
So let's figure out these questions before we cast it.
I'm going
back
to-
into your room.
I'm going to take a
Well,
2-minute break to refresh my
Yeah.
drink and hit the head while you guys think up 5 questions. So
No, I stormed up to the top of the deck.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Then I will storm into my room after I'm done.
Listen, buddy, I'm the only one doing any storming around here.
No, I think Tarin has pretty much had it with all this bullshit.
I just found out.
Every town we go to is the worst town.
I just
I-
found out that I can turn my
blame Brick
familiar
Road.
into a crab.
I don't remember who I was talking to, who I mentioned that the demi-plane spell, and we're like, that's kind of useless. Guess where it would come in fucking handy?
We're just gonna
Creating-
lose him into a fucking demi-plane, though.
Creating portable interdimensional prisons. That's where.
Can you drop one of those like under an enemy and just have them fall into it?
No, it's an escape button really for characters, but you can also trap people in them. Like, you'd have to knock them unconscious and bring them into it, but...
I can make a bat too as blind sight. I feel like crab is the dumbest though.
Crab? That seems like he could scuttle. Can it go under? Can it fit under a door?
Yeah, it's a crab.
I would think
Tiny
a
beast.
mouse would be more useful. Can you make a mouse?
Alright, so here's
I can't
here's
make a
what I'm-
mouse.
Eric, here's what I'm thinking for questions. Number 1, where were you last given orders from your superior?
Where or when?
Where?
Where? Okay.
All right, I
Number 2 will
decided
be
to
when.
mix it up a little bit. Tonight I'm going to have an ice cold, delicious Sierra Mists.
Ooh, tasty.
Number 3
So-
will be how many living members of the guild were active when you set the ambush in the town. Number 4, I'm thinking, what were your plans after you killed us in the grove? And then I don't know for number 5. I just want to wing that one. Well, how do those sound to you?
Yeah, those sound fun. What about
All right.
who is the guild master?
Well, I mean, depending on what we learn from the other questions, something might come up. We have 10 minutes to discuss it before we
So-
ask them.
Before we go back into this questioning here, are we going to lose any players in the near future? It is
Nope.
8:30 right now.
Yeah, you're not
I
gonna
don't-
lose, Bay.
I
I'm
don't
good.
have to
Nope.
go anywhere, but I'm pretty jet lagged, so I might get foggy and decide to call it a night at some point.
Depending on how these interrogations go and depending on how you handle Lothar, we might be coming up on the end of the adventure in the next couple hours.
Okay.
So, all right, question number 1.
Can I ask the question, or does it have to be Eric?
Eric has to ask them.
Wait, how does this work?
Eric is speaking with this
I'm
dead
speaking
man.
of the dead. So what's the first question? I didn't write this down.
First question was, where were you last given orders from your superior?
All right. I
I'm
asked him-
coaching him over the mine lane.
Yeah.
Okay. Where were you last given orders from your
Orders
superior?
From your superior.
In a camp outside of town.
Second question will be, when were you last given orders from your superior?
When were you last given orders from your superior?
2 nights ago.
I wasn't writing them down either. The third question was, how many members of your guild are active in the town?
Don't know.
Every guild are active in the town.
Don't know.
The fourth one was, what was your instructions upon killing us in the grove?
Go back to camp, get paid.
And the fifth question is wild. What do you think?
Bonus round!
Who's the guild master? Where's
Lightning round actually makes sense with Eric.
The last question is, who's the guild master?
Yeah.
Don't know. And you feel the magic dissipate. And the corpse's mouth stops moving.
I motioned to one of the sailors. Alright, throw him over the edge. Let him sink to the bottom. Weight him down with something.